Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 27th of July. This is 3 days worth of mods. Third time's a charm for a couple of reasons. This mod that we're going to look at first dropped on Saturday. I didn't realise that until Sunday. So I thought I'll wait till Monday and I'll do the mod review. So yesterday this came out. The Harvester House, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. So I set all this up, ready to go. Then that disappeared off the mod hub, and that appeared instead. So at that point, I was a little bit frazzled. So I thought, you know what, I'll wait till tomorrow. So today, that reappeared with a load of other mods. So we've got mods from Saturday, Monday, and then today's. We will get through them all. There are a few updates, including the updates for yesterday. These are as follows. Top left, RDC FS19 by Alberto has had its seasonal update. What has been added into that is irrigation system, irrigation cannons, but only available on that particular map. The Lizard T-Rex 600 by BlackSheepModding, the JCB Agri Loadall by Ross N Mods, the John Deere 7020 7030 series by BlackEyesModding, the Lizard 1.8 meter U473S by Pushcap Sijon and Soysek, the Lizard Car Trailer Tandem by Kazstan18, the One Axle Trailer also by Kazstan18, the Case 8575 by ADUB Modding, Perma Modding, ABP Team and Black Sheep Modding, the Strautmann Streublitz PS Pack by Agra Modding, the Zunhammer MKE Pack by User555, the Small Haul by Battlewolf781, and yesterday's updates, the Lizard T and Bodyworks by Holtz FS, and the Lizard the Beast 1000 by Agro Tonyo. That's had a load of camouflage paint options put into it. So those are the updates for today and yesterday. Right then, the Robb Air, the Robb Air Mastermix by Paolo 5090R, 29.14 megabytes download. We've got the 17T and we've got the 17P, 9 slots, 7 slots. This one's more, I suppose, standard in its unload. You can have it with an unload left, right, or left, right, and rear. And in this one, you've got these doors that lift and it kind of comes out the sides, sort of bottom rather than belts. You can have those front, left, front, right, both front, left, rear, and so there's a few different options. Same capacity, they're both 17,000 litres, but these also have another little trick up their sleeve, which is rather nice. They take a whole load of different crop types. Now, I did think initially that the 17T was the standard one, the P was for pig food, but it's not. It's just total mixed ration. It's for cows, but it does give you the option to do quite a few different crop types within that mix of total mixed ration, so you don't have to use your standard things we're used to. Plus, this comes with a lovely Robb Air flag, which you'll find under placeables and decoration for 500. That's only one slot. If you want the flag to go with it, you don't have to. So under tools and animals, the Mastermix 217T is 39,500. The 217P is 39,500. Like I said, that's slot count 7, that's 9. But look at all the different crop types you can put in them. I like that as an option. The fact it gives you, you can do a bit of a mix and throw some potatoes in, some sugar beet, to do a proper kind of foragey mixed ration mix. Anyway, inside we've got metal mixers, cutters, or you can have tungsten for a flash. Tube ring with or without. I sometimes find with bales and things, if you're putting bales in, the tube ring get in the way, but that's a personal opinion. And then you've got unload mechanics. On this one, the T, you've got the 2 unloads with belt on the front. You can have that with the back door as well if you want to unload from the rear. Then we've got wheel setup, we've got T404s and AW305s. Those are the 2 tyre choices. So with the 17P, we've got the same option for metal or tungsten, with or without tube ring. This one, we've got front left, front left, front right, or both front, or we can go rear left, rear right, or both rear. You can't have all 4. And then same option, T404, or AW305s. It requires 90 horsepower, because my initial thought was 17,000 litres, that's an awkward one. If you're doing 4,000 litre bales, a 16,000 works better, but that's my point is it doesn't actually really matter. So I've got a total mixed ration in this one. I've got 14,415 litres in here, but if I open up my help menu, you'll see what it's comprised of. In the green, I've got a bit of silage, I've got a bit of straw, we've got a bit of wheat, we've got a bit of barley, there's a bit of potato, a bit of sugar beet in there, but it makes up the total mixed ration. So as long as you keep those things in the green, and down the bottom right it says total mixed ration, you can do a whole blend. It does still, I think it does still definitely require silage. I've got no hay in that at all. So if you've got surplus of other things, or you know, whatever it might be, I really do like that as an option. So yeah, I mean, as far as unload goes, this one we are currently set on tip side left. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Oh, sorry. From in cab, if I start the engine, it does have a counter there, 14415, as you can see. Almost forgot. L1, R1 and right stick up and down. You can move that around. So depending on where you're looking from. So if you want to look at it from the cab, you can always have it there. But if you'd rather just have it to the side, because if you prefer driving it from outside, or you want to check on it when you get out of the cab, you've got it sort of facing that way. Like so. It's a nice option. L1, R1 and unload. And then if I switch it to tip side rear, that's nothing unusual. You know, we've had a few different mixers that do that, but that's really nice. Nice smooth animation. And then moving on to the other one. Well, I haven't got anything in this one, but you see how it sort of just opens the flap on the door rather than the belt. Yeah, really cool those. And like I say, that ability to mix up all different sorts of stuff, whether you put it in by bucket, under a silo, however you want to go about it, is entirely up to you. Lovely. That's the Robb Air Mastermix by Paolo 5090R, which moves us on to, now on console, we have this as the MF, the Massive Ferguson 7360 AL4 Beta. Now, it is actually the Laverda M3X0 MCLSLC, bit of a mouthful. This is 9.23 megabytes download. It's by the new Farmerboy and IM-Modding. Now, Laverda is an Italian company from Briganza, I think it is. Founded in 1873 by Pietro Laverda. They did all sorts of agricultural machinery, but the first self-propelled harvester was in 1956. And over the years, they got rolled up by Fiat into the whole Agco brand and stuff, so that's obviously why we've got a Massive Ferguson logo on here, but I think on the PC version it is Laverda. So initially my thoughts are, okay, it's another harvester, it's 13 slots to buy. Now weirdly on the website Mod Hub, and I think on the standard Mod Hub, it says there are two options for this. There's a 250 horsepower and a 300 horsepower, and it says free flow 25-foot header as well. Now, all I can find is just one harvester, but I'll show you. So if we go to harvesters, there it is, the 7360 AL4 Beta. And the only option we've got is the 300 horsepower one. We can change the wheel setup, standard and wide. There's not the other version, and when I look through the headers, there's not a modded header for it. So I've just grabbed the standard in-game free flow 25-foot header, because this has a rather nice trick up its sleeve. That's nice already. I like that animation. Pipe out, beacons, horn, lights. I mean, when I say that, when I'm doing my mod reviews, beacons, lights, yes, it's got them. I'm just showing you kind of what the lighting configuration looks like when it's turned on. It's like, look, it's got lights, but I mean, like, as in, how does it light up? What does it light up? So let's hook up. Now, you notice that bounce? There's a lot of bounce in this, and when you drive, look, I love that. That's cool, but there's a reason for that. It's brilliant. Watch when I go up a slope. The whole thing remains completely level. Watch. Look. So the suspension raises and lowers to keep the harvester level. And that's not just on that angle. It's on this angle too. Look at the suspension. And look at the header. Header is linked to the suspension. So when you go along a slope, and even when you're... Oh yeah, sorry. Unfold. It looks brilliant from the back. So yeah, it's 8,600 litre capacity. It was as I first kind of drove down onto the field, I was thinking, why is that bouncing around all over the place? But brilliant. I really like that. You know, again, it's a lot of times it's a small thing. For a lot of people, it won't faze them, it won't interest them, they won't be bothered. But the fact, rather than just having the header tilt, the whole harvester does. Brilliant. In cab, looks like this. So there you have it. The MF 7360 AL4 Beta or Laverda M3X0MCSLC by the new farmer, Farmerboy, and I am modding. Lovely. From there, we'll head through because we've got these. I'm going to get back to that because I'm going to kind of do it in order of the mods for today for that one. We have got these. This is the Iron Old Gate by JZD VEVERKY. 0.45 megabytes download. These are one slot each. There are 3 to choose from: the green, the blue, and the kind of beige with red. They're a fair size actually. I think these were 780 each. I was expecting more of a metallic-y sound, but nicely weathered. They look a little bit kind of beaten up. You'll find them under placeables and decoration. Yes. Just trying to think where I found them. Yeah, 780. They were one slot anyway, so they stay at one slot. That's the Iron Old Gate by JZD VEVERKY. Next, we've got the Old French Style Barn by FS19 Mapping. 25.6 megabytes download, 24 slots on console. I forgot to look at this before I started the mod review, so I'm looking at this for the first time with you. That's a nice texture in it. It looks really nice. A big high building as well. Kind of built in hayloft. Have we got? Can you go up that ladder? Please tell me you got that ladder. Oh, kind of, but not quite. It does look good. Maybe you can. It probably just needs a little bit of a tweak. I wasn't anticipating there being lighting under here. The fact it's quite an old building, but it's lighting in this side though. Oh look! For an idiot like me, you can find it really easily. This is a nice building, even like the flagstone flooring. Big old building, loads of space, nicely detailed. I mean, it takes up a lot of room. It's going to need a nice big flat area, but wow, that's really nice. It is under placeables and sheds. 95 grand. Slot count will come down from 24 to 2 for any subsequent one you go for. That's by FS15 Mapping. From there. Oh, now this one had me puzzled, and I don't know what has gone wrong. This is Down as Barn and Garage by Raphael 5211. 14.65 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. All I can find is the garage. I can't find the barn bit. Unless it's under silos. I don't know why it would be. So under sheds, we've got the garage bit there. 14 slots down to 1. I'm going to check under silos just in case it's got a silo attached or something. That's it. There it is. That's why I couldn't find it. It's under grain silo, not barn. I obviously skimmed past it without realising. 65,000 litre capacity, standard crop types, 18 slots, so you'll find it under silos. Let's see if we can place one down. There we go. So the garage is here. Oh, there we go. Phew. Yeah, I thought it's very unusual when you get something like that. I've never had a mod install that says there's more than one thing and there be an item missing. It's very unusual for that to happen. So the garage section is here. Nicely detailed, nicely textured. 5-door garage. Garage, depending on where you're from. Then if we go through to the barn. So I'll do the light switch as well. Putting in there, taking out from there. Got a bit of a hayloft up the top too. Although with some of the haylofts, if you can't get up there, it's a little bit tricky. But there are some ladder mods and stuff. We've got drive-through. It's a bit loads of space. So that's blimey. How many sets of lights do we need? All pointing inwards. Is there more this side as well? I do like this with the brick pillars as well. Plenty of space for whatever you want to put in here. Whoa, that threw me. I wasn't expecting that either. It's going to be one of those days of surprise. That's weird. I wonder why that one did it, but that one didn't. Which way is this one going to open? It's going to go up or down through the floor. Anyway. Yeah, there we go. That's the barn and garage. We found it in the end. I say we. I found it in the end. By Raphael5211. I do this for a living, by the way. Did you know that? Good and I. Right, next we've got the Harvester House. Harvester Housing. I like this a lot. This is by CJFarming. 14.12 megabytes download. To download. This is storage for your harvesters. So I've gone for an old New Holland. I've gone for a forage harvester. I've gone for the large New Holland harvester. That's a second one. That's not all one building. This is the building. So you've got 3 bays for harvesters. Lighting, as you can see, just there. If we come around the back, though, you've got this long stretch here. I've just put a harvester header underneath it. But if we come to here, let's open the help menu, and we go up to that, it says set layout. Now, I had a few issues. Let's come at it from a funny angle. Come on. It was working a minute ago. Oh, there we go. So we can change the set layout. You have to sort of come away from it and come back for it to work, though. Come on. Oh, there we go. John Deere. Class. Well, the trigger seems to be a little bit, whether it takes a little bit of time to reset itself, but there's anyway, there's a few options to go for. Secondary class, so there's, yeah, Fendt as well. So a whole load to go through, depending on what particular vehicle brand, what type you have or you want. I think there's a standard. You don't have to have anything on it if you don't want to. I thought you could, because my original one was, and now it's not letting me change it again. Because that one was standard. Anyway, regardless. So you can change the manufacturer. If we come around this side of the header to the notice board just here, there's a little cog just there. If I press L3, we've got a workshop trigger in here as well, so you can do repair work, bring your vehicles in the back here to do some repair. But that's not all. On the back of here, we've got this section. Now I've put one round, I've swung that one. I swung that one round. Because what you can do here is if I go to this, arms apart and arms together, moves these kind of fork sections, so you can put your header, well, say header. It's the only thing I thought was you've got a bay for 3 harvesters, but only one place for a header. But anyway, regardless of that, so you can adjust the width of that for various different header sizes, so you can store a header up out the way if you haven't got one with wheels, and so I went with that one. That's the 41-foot one. And you put it up out the way. I like that. It's got a whole load of options, plenty of space, workshop built in. What's not to like? Texturing's great. The wood looks like wood. I mean, yeah, brilliant. So this you'll find under, I think this was under sheds as well. Yeah, there we go. The Harvest House, only 15 grand. It's a bargain. It's a bargain at 15 grand. I'm not sure what the slot count was because I placed 2 of them and then realised after I placed them I hadn't written down the slot count. But it's not going to be catastrophically high. And whatever the slot count is, I would say it's absolutely worth it for 15 grand and for all what you get with that. That's the Harvester House by CJFarming. Moving on from there, we've got these. Now this is one of those, I have to keep saying in the back of my mind, it's all about choice, it's all about options. I know I say it quite a lot when I do mod reviews and stuff. This one's got me a little bit baffled, but yeah, it adds more choice in. So this is the Joskin Aquatrans 3600L 4300L, 4.87 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. For the first one, it's by KrkzModding. Now, this one here is your standard in-game 7,300 litre Joskin Aquatrans. In this pack, you get these two. So you have the 3,600 litre or a 4,300 litre, and you can sort of see they're just a little bit. It goes a little bit bigger each way. I think I've lined the backs up pretty much, but from the fronts you've got a little bit of, only a little bit. It's a slight difference with each one. I don't know why you'd want to go smaller. But I suppose if you're only running a couple of animals, why not? Like I say, it's all about choice, isn't it? It's all about choice. So you'll find this under animals. The standard one is 9,500 to buy. This one's 5 grand. For the 3,600 litre. If you want the 4,300 litre, it's 8 grand. So, well, I suppose, yeah. I mean, for 9,500, you get 7,300 litres. There you go. Actually, I didn't notice the tyres. They look the same to me. But they're not, are they? No. That one's set kind of, what, 2/3 of the way, and that one, the tyres are set more to the back of the actual trailer, whereas that one's a little bit more 2/3 again. Well, yeah. Very nicely made, nicely detailed. Horses for courses, it might be the perfect thing you're looking for. Which brings us on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this, and it was another one that had me go, but unfortunately it's not to be. This is the M3000 Universal Pickup Header. This is by KrkzModding, 7.92 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. This is a forage harvester header. As you can see, you can trail it behind if you want to. The standard pickup headers we've got in game are 3 meters wide. This is a 3.6. If you remember back to FS15, the pickup headers used to pick up grass, hay, or straw. So you could pick up your straw swaths off the ground and put them into trailers. When FS17 came out, that stopped. So these pickup headers are only good for, well, I've only ever managed to get them to really work properly on grass as far as I recall. But anyway, regardless, it says grass and hay. You'll find it under forage harvester headers. So the standard ones are there, the EasyFlow 300 and the 300 FP. This one, the M3000, now it says it's a universal pickup, not because it will pick up anything, because it will universally attach to anything. Like I said, slot count is 7, that drops down to 1, and you can have it for Rosselmash, New Holland, FR780, the Krona Big X 1180, Krona Big X 580, John Deere 9000 series, the Fortrit E281, the little forage harvester, and you can have that in the 3 different colours. Did I say FE281? And then back to the Rosselmash 1403. So what we'll do, pipe it out. I shall disconnect it. Once hooked up, L1 and X folds all that away. I've got a random sugarcane trailer on the back of this. I know people often ask when I do things like this what I'm using. It works perfectly well for doing this, and they do hook them to the back of forage harvesters. Got a bit of movement and tilt on that header as well, so it will allow for a little bit in the slopes and angles of the ground. But as you can see, it's picking up. Now, it's not put in the back as chaff, it is put in the back as grass. And that in essence is what it does. I did try it on the straw swap, it doesn't work on the straw swap. So I thought, could you imagine such a thing? Could you? I suppose we have got the milling machine and various different things for doing that kind of job now. But there you go. That's 3 days worth of mods in one day. I got, like I say at the start, I got there in the end. Apologies for the delay if you were waiting on any of them. But that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.